let me... Hello. Let me see. And there we go. There we go. All right. And I got a weird comment on one of my last videos. I'm going to check this out really quick. Hey, Amethyst, how are you? So I got a weird comment on the video I posted yesterday. It's bizarre. Let me just say. Where'd it go? I had the... What? Hey, how's it going, guys? No. The person deleted the comment. It's not here anymore. I don't see it. Well, I'm scrolling down to check. But, I mean, it still shows that I have a comment on it. And some guy commented, I think another factor you should consider is how personally sexually attractive you feel about the cryptid. For me, Bigfoot would be on the top of this list, and I really think you're not giving him enough credit. Is that like the guy that... Is that like the one politician or whatever that was like... Oh, I don't know, like, who was into Bigfoot erotica or something? Oh, Jesus Christ. Jesus. So, yeah, now I miss sitting on the stools, but I'm kind of glad I'm not in them anymore because I kept falling out, but I feel so low, like, I feel like I'm sitting low when I sit in a normal chair, like I am now. So I kind of have to sit up a bit in it, so I feel like I'm tall again. I mean, I am tall, but I just feel short sitting in these chairs, so... And I spelled people wrong. I spelled Pwepple. That sounds like a Pokemon, Pwepple. So, let me see. I'm going to get started here in a minute. If Falric doesn't show up, I'll just go and then he can join whenever he's ready. So I'm just gonna wait here for about like a minute and then we'll see. Hopefully you should be ready. And okay, wow. Holy crap. Difference. Making it easier to play by the rule. Wow, okay. I just got an email from YouTube, guys. So yeah, last month I gained 6 subscribers and I have had 24 hours and 85 minutes worth of watch time. So yeah, thank you guys so much for that. This is great. Honestly, I really do appreciate it, guys. This is really amazing. So thank you so much for this. Oop, and I think I got a message. I think he's ready for me. Or no. Okay, so yeah, but 6 new subscribers, over 24 hours of watch time, a lot of people tuning in to watch this stuff. So guys, I really do appreciate all this. So I thank you so much, guys. It really means a lot. I'm excited for Monday though, because I'm doing a very special April Fool's stream since Monday is April Fool's Day. So get ready for that. I'm excited to do this one. This stream's gonna be a lot of fun. On Monday, it's gonna be great. I'm excited about it. So, okay, I don't. Falric hasn't replied to me yet. Um, so I'm gonna wait here. Actually, no, I'll just go into it and he can join when he's ready then, I guess. So, let's get started. Hi, everyone. Welcome to Cryptocast, your source for all things cryptid related, unknown, and paranormal. I'm your host, Parker, and welcome to another live stream. And today we're going to be talking about shadow people. Shadow people, I don't know why. Whenever I talk about them, I just get this really, really creepy feeling. So that's why I asked somebody to come on the show to talk about them with me today. They haven't shown up yet, so I'll just go see how far I can get, and they can join whenever they're ready. So yeah, this is good. So I've been looking forward to doing this stream. Yeah, I mean, yeah, shadow people creep me the fuck out, but I mean, it's a cool topic. One of my friends suggested it, so Ren, if you're watching, shout out to you, because you suggested this topic. I briefly covered these in the past during one of my videos, like about ghosts. Actually, I forgot what video that was, um, but I did cover shadow people very, very, very briefly. Now I'm just giving them their own video because it's an interesting topic and they're really cool creatures, and I think they deserve their own topic. And a lot of people in my Discord, they've had some experiences with shadow people, and my laptop came unplugged. Let me just get that back in there. Okay, there we go. So yeah, these guys have always interested me. They scared the fucking crap out of me when I was like a kid. When I first heard about them and watched them on TV, shadow people scared the shit out of me. I mean, they still freak me out, but I'm not like insanely terrified of them. So there's different types of shadow people. We're going to be talking about all those tonight, and yeah, we're going to see how this stream goes. Let me just send a message to Falric again and see if he's ready. Tia, how are you? Okay, so I just sent him another message. We'll see if he responds. It says he's playing Hold Fast Nations at War right now, so he might not get the message till a little bit later. So I'll just go into it. We'll talk about these, and then whenever he's ready to join, I'll get him on call, and we'll talk about these. So yes, like I said, shadow people are very creepy. They're spirits. They're people don't well actually people don't know what they are. They could be like entities from different dimensions. They could be spirits, but most of the time people are just perceive them as spirits, as a kind of ghost. So a shadow person is the perception of a patch of shadow as a living humanoid figure, particularly. Oh, okay, shoot. I will give you a call then, Jaden. Don't worry. Humanoid figure, particularly as interpreted by believers in the paranormal and supernatural as a presence of spirit or other entity. So yeah, I will get you on call. You're good. Don't worry about it. I will get you right on call. Let me turn my volume up a bit. All right, I sent a call, I believe. There we go. Hello. How are you?
Pretty good. How about you guys?
I'm doing good, doing good. So, um, have you ever had any shadow person encounters before, or?
Yeah, I've had a couple of them. Uh,
Ooh.
I mean, usually it's like kind of just the same stuff that happens. It's
Mm-hmm.
sitting in bed one night, like half asleep, half awake, look in the
Mm-hmm.
corner. There's just some kind of shadowy figure there.
Right. So, kind of like a sleep paralysis kind of thing.
Yeah, yeah, definitely sleep paralysis.
Yeah, a lot of shadow people are seen during sleep paralysis, but sometimes people see them out of sleep paralysis too. So, I mean, there's just like sort of like a debate whether it's just sleep paralysis or people actually seeing them. And I don't, it's just a debate between like those two from different communities and everything, just different people's interpretations of them. But I mean, I know regardless when you see one, it's scary as shit.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, because I mean, you're just sitting there, and then you just see some shadowy motherfucker standing in the room looking at you, and you're like, what the fuck?
That's just me. I'm just always lurking in the corners, just wearing my edgy black jackets and everything. It's just me. Um, Tia says, I live with a thing in the basement. IDK what it is, but it's creepy. And on the other side, where we keep the wood pellet stove. Now, is your wood pellet stove, is that like an older type of thing, or is it like a newer thing? Because, I mean, if it's older, there's been like this theory that like spirits can attach themselves to certain objects and they can take the form of like sometimes spirits take the form of shadow people, sometimes you get full-bodied apparitions and all this stuff. So it could be, I don't know.
You should try and get it as a girlfriend. Like, just saying.
So yeah, a lot of so for a lot of I'm looking at the wiki about shadow people right now, and it says some severe psychological and physical conditions can account for reported experiences of shadowy shapes that seem alive, and then it talks about sleep paralysis and all this other stuff. So people believe that like, hey, you're seeing these things because you're incredibly sleep deprived. Sleep paralysis, you start hallucinating like all this stuff, you can't move, and just some people believe that like people see these things because of they have like some sort of mental condition that like causes them to hallucinate, like schizophrenia or just like a severe psychological trauma that causes people to see these things. So what's your interpretation on that? What do you think?
I think maybe people can see them like without anything affecting them, you know.
Yeah,
But I
yeah.
think 99.99% of the time, it's you just have some reason for seeing it. You know, I think it's like mostly psychological.
Right.
Because I
Tia.
mean, at least in person.
Oh, go ahead. Go ahead.
Sorry, you.
Oh, okay. So Tia says that she found a 10 millimeter round in the ash box in kind of by the stove. So I mean that could obviously be something there, like maybe something attached itself to that bullet round. Someone could have been killed. I don't know. Is it a fired bullet round or is it just a um I don't know, but so I do, but something could be attached to that bullet round. I feel like because I used to watch this show when I was younger called The Haunted Collector. They're like, oh, spirits can attach themselves to objects, and this guy goes in the house, figures out what the object is, and then takes it out of the house. And my dad and I always used to make fun of that show, like, oh yeah, is that real gold? Is that a new flat screen? That's definitely haunted. I'll take that with me for sure. But but yeah, shadow people are always freaky. And then there's even but yeah, shadow people have even been found in like Native American tribes, like the Nalusa Falaya. It's like this shadow creature that just like lurks in the shadows, and it's like this very spindly, tall creature that's said to like melt in the shadows. And honestly, like for me personally, I feel like if something has some Native American legends about it, I do kind of feel like there could be some backing to it because they've lived in the land longer than we have, and they've known a lot more. So I mean, I do usually feel like there's some backing to it when that's involved.
Well, I mean, it probably is there because it's just kind of possibly just a thing humans see, you know?
Right.
You're sleep deprived, so your brain tries to make sense or it hallucinates. And so just across the board, people, because I mean, I'm not sure of the validity of this, but I've heard there's Polish things on it too, like just these little Polish legends, or just Eastern European legends. I mean, I heard that on 4chan's X-board, so take that for what you will.
Oh yeah, 4chan's a mess, but it's good. I like 4chan. And then like what you're kind of saying too, like you might be sleep deprived. Like I remember when I was younger and like I was kind of sleep deprived, like I was getting late at night, I was really tired. Hasn't happened since, but like when I was younger, I was so tired, like and I was just playing my DS and everything, which made my eyes like get even more tired. So I was kind of looking at the ground and like I don't. I guess I kind of like hallucinated due to all that there were like little spiders running all over the carpet. But so
that's probably scarier than a shadow person, honestly.
Yeah, spiders are terrifying. Like I haven't been like my dad took me to see the second Harry Potter Chamber of Secrets when I was like 6, and the giant spider, I haven't been the same since. So,
oh boy, childhood trauma.
Oh, childhood trauma, for sure. So Tia says the thing in the basement, she doesn't think it's just a shadow because they can't seem to get rid of it.
I mean, this is probably how a horror movie starts, but you should use an Ouija board or some other medium to try and communicate with it. I mean, maybe you want to do something like a candle burning or some other thing. Just try and say, hey, what the fuck are you? Get out of here. I mean, if you want it to get out, of course.
So it also says here too that so this on this Coast to Coast AM late night show, the one lady who's in charge of that says that shadow people believe they can be repelled by various means, like including like invoking the name of Jesus and everything, and that's said to scare them off. And because there's this report on here that says like somebody, like the lady, she was like in bed and she saw like this black shadow like trying to attempt to jump on her chest and try to choke her out. And the lady believes that shadow people are negative like aliens, like not of this world kind of creatures, which kind of goes back to like me saying like people don't know what they are, if they're spirits or if they're from a different dimension.
Yeah, I've certainly heard things on X, especially talking about the different like shadow creatures being things from different dimensions, feeding on pain and suffering and that sort of stuff. So, I mean, it's definitely said around, but again, the validity of that is amazingly questionable.
Because I know like some people, there's like this natural phenomenon called a fata morgana, which just sort of like makes like you've seen like, but there has to be like water around or something for it to be involved. It causes like a reflection of like a town to appear in the sky or something, and people assume like, oh, it's from a different dimension, and when really it's just a natural phenomenon. So it's really, really kind of hard with like the world's weird, so it's really hard to kind of like differentiate like, oh, this is actually a different dimension thing than, oh, this is just like a natural phenomenon happening. And I used to watch this show when I was a kid too, called Mystery Hunters, and there was this one lady who said the shadow person's been following her throughout like her entire life. Like she was walking in the park with a friend one night, she saw it like leaping from tree to tree, following her. Just really creepy shit like that. Like it's been following her whole life, and just that scared the crap out of me when I was a kid. I'm like, shit. And it says another thing too. The weird thing about shadow people is people say like you don't see shadow dogs, shadow birds, or shadow cars. You only see shadow people, which is really weird. It's like no like any other like known like shape. It's just always a humanoid shape. So, do you think there could be like something to that, or that like why we see people in no other shape?
Uh, hmm. I would assume we see people only because of
Mm-hmm.
that is actually a pretty good question.
Because we only see people, we
Probably,
don't see shadow dogs or other shadow creatures. We only see shadow people.
yeah, and that kind of also reminds me of
Hmm.
anyone heard of the Hat Man? It's like a
Yeah,
shadow person, but it has like a large hat on, like a wide brimmed hat.
yeah.
And a lot of people have seen it, like me included. You just see that, and it's like
Mm-hmm.
I hate to say boss of the shadow people, but it's kind of like the boss at the end of the dungeon.
Right, and people have like had scary encounters with this Hat Man. Like people, like every time he's around, people see him, they just feel like an overwhelming sense of dread. And there's this picture online that somebody took a picture of just this family standing out, just like in front of their house, just a normal family picture. And there was a picture of Hat Man and Hat Man was in the background. He had his hand on this lady's shoulder, and when like about a month or a week later, the lady whose shoulder was touched by Hat Man died like in a mysterious way, like unexpectedly. And I do, and on the wiki there is. I'm going to show this off really quick. There's Hat Man right there, because you can kind of see right here. He's got the hat right there, and it seems like he's wearing a trench coat. He's he's probably like one of the scariest shadow creatures, but he's also kind of one of the most common. Now there are different like variations of shadow people too. There's just like the normal shadow people that we talked about, a Hat Man, and then there is another one that people see, that red-eyed shadow people. It's essentially like a really malevolent, evil version of a shadow person that just has like red eyes, just sort of like sits in the corners, just stares at you. Just like people get like a really evil feel from the red-eyed shadow people. So, what was your encounter with Hat Man like?
It was shit. I was just lying in bed there, I think I was like 14, 15. I don't know, sometime in high
Mhm.
school, and
Right.
I just like kind of looked and yeah, I just kind of looked up and is just standing in the corner there, and it's like I don't even know. It's just fucking late at night. I just see it, and then it just scared the shit out of me. Like I was just fucking spooked by that thing. I didn't really think to move, so I'm not 100% sure if it's just sleep
Mm-hmm.
paralysis, but it was like the fucking worst out of all of them.
Mm-hmm. Like, did you feel like dread when you saw him, or just like,
Dread isn't really the right word, but it's more of like the flight or fight response was just triggered and pumping, adrenaline and shit.
so like really kind of like intense fear almost?
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, intense fear,
Kind of,
kind of.
kind of like if you were like at a park and there's just like a bear standing, like, or like some guy wanting to fight you, kind of like fight or flight response, just like whether I want to fight this
Yeah,
thing, run away from it.
yeah. But it was definitely more flight than fight to at the same time. Because normally when I
Mm-hmm.
get the flight or fight, I try and like face whatever is like causing it.
Yeah,
But that shit was like no, do not fuck with.
yeah.
Like I just got the big do not fuck with feeling from it.
I mean, and that's like pretty much like pretty standard with people like when they see spirits in general, like you see like all those like ghost shows on TV, like Ghost Adventures, like if they see like a full body apparition, they don't confront it, they just like scream, run out of the room. And I mean, it's pretty common that people don't actually face these things. I mean, there are accounts of like a few people like trying to confront spirits and be like, "Hey, what the hell, man? What are you doing here?" But usually they end up kind of getting like way too spooked, and then they run out of the room. So I mean, it's it's fairly typical, like of a flight or fight response, and most people choose flight rather than fight. Ooh.
Yeah, that's probably a thing. Like even with Love of Nature, you see that happening.
Right.
Like dogs growling at spirits and shit. I think just the kind of brain fears the unknown and the unnatural.
Mm-hmm. So, what about the Dark Watchers in the mountains that I forgot the name.
San Lucille's, right?
Yeah, San Lucille's Mountain in California. Do you believe that those are shadow people themselves, or do you believe that they're like a hallucination, like a Fata Morgana, or
I've heard that it's the shadows from the mountains being reflected off the sun and onto like being reflected from like the shadows. Heck, I can't talk today. Sorry, but I think it's at least I've heard what it is. I've heard it's because they're only seen in the morning and kind of at nighttime.
right?
I think it's the reflections from the shadows of the peaks being reflected from the clouds into the valleys. But then there's also, I mean, I've never seen them, so.
And it says when people like go up to them, try to get close to them, they just instantly fade away and they don't do anything. They just stand there and look at you. Then you get close and they just instantly vanish.
I've never encountered that. Shit, I live like only a few hours away. I should do. I'm going to do that one of these days.
You're gonna go up to the San Lucille Mountains and see what happens.
Yeah, just go like 4 a.m. or whenever sunrise is.
Yeah, vlog that shit.
Find them.
I'd love to see that shit. Vlog it. So
yeah.
So here is a typical picture of a red-eyed shadow person. They look just like normal shadow people, except they just have those two red eyes there. I mean, hence the name red-eyed shadow person. But I mean, these ones really people out. I mean, normal shadow people just creep people out, but I mean, it's just the red eyes that like just give you like this really evil, eerie feeling that like this is something bad. I know one person in my Discord has actually like had an experience with a red-eyed shadow person, and it's freaky. And I just saw it here as well. I was going to show this. Here we go. Now, this picture right here, I always get creeped the fuck out when I look at it. So I'm not going to look at it long, but this is the picture that I was talking about earlier. So, Hatman, he's right there in the back. You can see he has his hand on this lady's shoulder right here. This lady died about a week or a month after this happened. The one with the one whose hand is on her shoulder, she died. So, do you believe that, like, so it kind of raises a question. Do you think that shadow people are omens? Like, do you think they're here, like, to, like, Grim Reaper sense, like show up when people are about to die? Do you think they're causing people to die, or what do you think about that?
I mean, considering that like whenever you see them, you just immediately get an adrenaline response of like this thing isn't right. Probably safe to say it's a bad omen. You know, like trust your gut on that one.
Yeah, trust your gut. Get out of there. I mean, just
burn down the house.
Maybe not that far. I mean, that's logical if there's a spider, but or just move out of your house, go somewhere else. But I mean, but yeah, shadow people are scary shit. Like, I almost didn't want to talk about these guys, but I mean, I do like talking about them. I do think they're cool. They're extremely, extremely creepy. So, I mean, I'm glad that you've come on because, like, I remember, like, one day I just started talking about them and, like, or something. Like, I just felt, like, really uncomfortable. I couldn't finish the stream before. So, I'm actually glad I have somebody on here today. Like, this is, like, one thing that, like, freaks me the fuck out. Like, that when I talk about them, I just get really uneasy.
Damn. Okay, guys, how about we all do an experiment? Everyone stay up all today, all tomorrow. You know, tomorrow's Saturday. I mean, probably most of you won't have work or anything. Stay up, and then when you're in bed on like Saturday night, everyone try and see if you see a shadow person in your room. All right?
Ooh, that's like it's like a new. That sounds like a new YouTube challenge.
Fuck. You're right. Shadow person challenge. 3 a.m. Almost died. Gone wrong. Gone sexual.
Oh gosh. It does sound like a YouTube challenge though. I don't know why I typed in shadow people in Google Images and I got a picture of an R.L. Stine Goosebumps book.
Well, I mean, R.L. Stine wrote about like every single cryptid under the sun. So.
Oh, absolutely. Let me see. Now, do you think that like I don't know, do you feel like shadow people they're people say that they're aliens like from another I don't know about if they're aliens or not, but some people believe that shadow people are aliens.
I mean, again, you know, like can't we've never really we've never gotten one physically. We've never captured one. The only real reports from it is just, you know, people see them in the fucking room at 3 a.m. So whatever it is, it's unnatural, and you probably shouldn't fuck with them.
Yeah, and I mean, and the thing is too, like if most people see these creatures, like around like 3 a.m., which is supposed to be like the devil's hour, the witching hour. Um, so like even during sleep paralysis. So do you feel like there could be something with that?
I don't think it's really because the hour. I mean, I happen to think that it's kind of the devil, like the witching hour, the devil's hour. It's probably just because, like, if you're up at 3 a.m., especially in ye old days when you're like you've been playing fields or whatever for like the whole day,
Right.
and then you're exhausted. You know, you start seeing shit,
Yeah.
and then when you start seeing shit at like 3 a.m., like, oh, what could, and you don't know about like human psychology and stuff because you don't even know how to read, and you're just in like 1310 or whatever,
Right.
and you're like, oh, must be the work of the devil, the vomit.
Mm-hmm. There's even a movie about shadow people that came out in 2012.
Movie night time.
I'm curious to see. Let's see what it got on Rotten Tomatoes. Oh shit, that's horrible. 28%.
Jesus Christ.
Oh no, that's horrible.
We got to watch it just to see how bad it is.
I love, ironically, horrible movies that are supposed to be good, but they're actually bad. Like, I love The Room. Oh my god. Actually, The Room did better than this movie.
What seems to be the main issue with this movie?
Let me go check. Let's see what the main issue is. This is not a nut house. Please direct all your insanity to your local psychiatrist. Okay, that's. Oh, that's actually a quote from the movie. This is not a nut house. Please direct all your local insanity to your local psychiatrist. There are no featured reviews, but let's see. Rotten film that focuses on the reporting of shadow people and the effects of that reporting on a radio host. Unbelievably boring and completely misses the mark of its advertised subject matter. It's like watching a badly written snail-paced movie about talking about. It's like watching a snail-paced movie talking about a horror film. Save some brain cells and do not watch this garbage. The thought of this film is scarier than the film itself. A very hidden docudrama in regards to actual cases, very intriguing. It's an okay film. Don't you just like the way the film says based on a true story and there's no information about it on the internet? Well, this is one of them. So apparently it's just a really, really boring movie.
Alright, I'm still going to pirate it though, regardless.
Oh, I mean, same. Some people actually liked it, and then there's people that are like, this movie is absolute fucking garbage. So it's kind of one of those like documentary horror movies like The Blair Witch and all that.
So less original Blair Witch, alright.
Mm-hmm. Except it's shadow people. And this thing this thing has had sequels.
Now I'm intrigued.
There was one that came out last year called Dark Force, but it's not on Rotten Tomatoes. There's no Rotten Tomatoes reviews of the sequels.
Plug in the sequels just into the search bar and see what comes up.
Oh, there was one in 2008 that was just called Shadow People, and it got a 24% on Rotten Tomatoes. Oh, there's more found footage movies about shadow people. There's like, I don't even know if some of those are even sequels. There's just so many bad like indie films about shadow people, and they just don't seem good.
We should watch all of them and rate them on a scale of best to worst.
That sounds like a stream night, movie night, guys. You could have a movie night. I'd be okay with that. But now you've probably seen like on YouTube like footage that people have filmed of like different locations and all these, and like people see shadow people. Now, what are your opinions on those? Do you think there's any like legit ones out of them, or do you think they're all fake, or what's your opinion on those?
I bet there's probably a fair amount of real ones. I mean, then again, it's probably the ones like, oh, yeah, I'm in my room at 3 a.m. and I see the shadow person. You know, I mean, I happen to think those are like the most legit ones because I've seen shadow people things in two ways. There's on one hand, there's like, I'm sitting in my room, sleeping, whatever, and there's a shadow person in the corner. And then they're like on the other end of the spectrum, there's, oh, I saw a shadow person, they were real, and they fucking ate my cat, and blah, 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 blah.
Mm-hmm. I mean,
there's
I've never
seen one that's in between.
Yeah, I mean, there's people who genuinely see these things and get them on camera, and then there's like the people like the dark web mystery box people who are like, oh, I ordered this box off the dark web, and I got all this stuff from Party City in here, man. It's really scary. I think I'm in danger.
Yeah.
I mean, I do feel like there's actually like a few real dark web mystery box videos out there, but like 99% of them are all fake.
Yeah, I mean, and then again, just goes to like that. There's just a lot of stuff about like paranormal, just about like the unknown, like just in general. You know, deep web, shadow people, cryptids in general,
right?
All that stuff. that just there's so much of it that's just faked for like views or attention or whatever.
Like the Momo challenge, that really controversial challenge a few months back. Like ooh,
yeah, you just see that
ooh.
stuff and like it's all fake. Like 99% of the time, it's like there's fake. I mean, there's definitely legit stuff, but then there's just so much fake shit. It's really hard to tell.
Like, ooh, calling Momo at 3 a.m. gone sexual. Do not try this. Ooh. Momo came in my room at 3 a.m., tossed my dildo across the room, caught on camera.
Mario drank all the milk in the fridge, called me a bitch ASMR.
I found some weird ASMR the other day. It's Dr. Phil threatens your life and tries to break into your house ASMR.
Oh god.
Oh god. I wonder if there's... Okay, this is a cryptid channel. We're gonna look this up. Cryptid ASMR. History of the Loch Ness Monster ASMR. ASMR reading selections from Tales of the Cryptids. ASMR Mothman Urban Legend Revelations. ASMR Lake...
Jersey Devil tears off your face and eats it in the woods ASMR.
The Sunday Arrival. ASMR Area 51 reading / gentle whispering. ASMR Creepy Wikipedia, the Flatwoods Monster.
Hello, darlings.
No. What did he say?
Hello, darlings.
Okay, the way he said darlings was the creepiest shit. That's scarier than any fucking cryptid. Oh, Christ.
What if the real monster was humanity?
You know, I feel like that's a good subject. What if this is like the cryptids plot and we're just the real enemies, like we're the monsters, not them?
Won't be surprised.
Shadow People Rational Wiki. Origin. The modern idea of the Shadow People gained traction when paranormal author Heidi Hollis appeared on the Coast to Coast AM radio talk show around 2002 to promote the existence of shadowy negative beings whose purpose, she said, was to annoy, scare, or harm people. So, I don't know. Some people, from what this says, they haven't had the official name Shadow People until 2002. So, fairly recent. Now, let me see. With Shadow People, what was I gonna say? Fuck. So people have been seeing these for a long time, but they just got the name Shadow People like 2002, so 17 years ago, which, like, over a decade. They've only been called Shadow People for just a little over a decade, which I think is actually kind of crazy.
Yeah, well, I mean that's kind of reasonable because I mean, what else are you going to call them? Fucker stares at in my room at 3 a.m. just watching me sleep. They used to call them pedophiles.
Oh no.
Joking.
Okay, so let's see. Okay, so I'm gonna yeah, I can't show I can't show Dr. Phil. Apparently that's copyrighted. I'll have to edit that out later.
Oof.
Heads up, we've detected copyrighted audio and video in your stream. Your stream may be temporarily blocked. Okay, yeah, I'm gonna, after this stream, I'll just edit the Dr. Phil part out. Just thought that was interesting to show. But apparently YouTube does not like Dr. Phil But yeah, that girl claims that she saw shadow people and like even when she's on her medication too, she still sees them. So I mean, I don't know what that she still sees shadow people even when she's on her medication. So I feel like there's something there. Like it's not just like a psychological condition. I do feel like she might actually be seeing these creatures. But I mean, um I don't know. It's just it was good. I wish I could show that on here, but apparently YouTube doesn't like that. They sent me they're like, I just got this little notification here saying pretty much, hey, don't show that on during your stream. So, but I do feel like that she may actually be seeing shadow people. And that was
Does this remind anyone of The Darklings by Jamie Townsend?
The Darklings. That sounds really familiar. I have not heard of.
It's just like one of those creepypasta horror story things. But it's about like some person who like sees shadow people and stuff.
Oh, okay. It's the movie. Okay.
No, I don't think it's the movie. It's not a movie. I think it's just a
book. Who's it by?
Jamie Townsend.
Jamie Townsend. Found it. Oh, okay, there it is. The Darklings. So let me read the summary of this, or just the. It's not showing me. Ask yourself the simplest question: are you afraid of the dark? And it almost has a complete 5-star rating out of it, so it does seem like a good book. If I ever come across this, I'll pick it up. Seems good. So it's about pretty much this girl that sees shadow people. Oh no. I don't want to download Adobe in order to get a review. That sounds like a big no.
Oh boy, corporate branding on the stream.
Wait, is that what it says?
No. I'm just joking.
Oh, okay. I was like, wait, what? Because they already got mad at me for being like, you're showing Dr. Phil. Yeah, don't show Dr. Phil. The Shadow People, Michigan's other side. Ooh.
Why does so much creepy shit happen in Michigan?
Oh, I'll have to do a whole stream on Michigan. There's so much weird shit in Michigan. There's the Nain Rouge. There's just so much creepy shit in Michigan. Like, it seems like Michigan and Oregon, that's like where all the creepy shit happens. So yeah, I'll definitely do a stream on Michigan. So next week I am planning. It's been a while. I'm doing an SCP exploration. The week after that, I'm probably going to do ghost animals, since there have been a lot of reports of ghost animals. And the week after that, I will for sure do Michigan, because Michigan's cool. Then somebody suggested to me, I may do a stream about comparing cryptids from video games to how they are in real life. Like in the new Fallout game, how there's Mothman, Flatwoods Monster in there, just kind of compare them like to their real life counterparts. But Monday for sure, I'm going to be doing a April Fool's stream, and I'm really looking forward to doing that. That shit's going to be great. Okay, so let me see. Shadow people. Yeah, pretty much that's. I mean, there's really not a lot about shadow people other than just what people see them as, like the shadow humanoid creatures, the Hat Man, like the feelings of dread sometimes that they feel when they see them. I mean, there's really not much to them, but I mean, just the accounts themselves are pretty scary. Like they're freaky. Um, and I don't know. I don't believe I have had a shadow person encounter before. Ooh, in New Mexico too. Let me see. Spooky stuff in Mexico. Top 10 most haunted places in New Mexico. Number 1, Dawson Cemetery. Number 2, La Posada Hotel in Santa Fe. Chemo Theater in Albuquerque. Atoka School in Artesia. Luna Mansions in Los Lunas. Holy shit, I just heard a noise that actually scared the crap out of me. Something just fell. But Old Bernalillo County Courthouse in Albuquerque. Schaefer Hotel in Mountain Air. Urraca Mesa in Angel Fire. Albuquerque Press Club in Albuquerque. And Santa Fe State Penitentiary in Santa Fe. It seems like there's a lot of penitentiaries that are allegedly haunted. Because, I mean, it's understandable. A lot of bad shit happen in penitentiaries. Exploring monsters in New Mexico. Yes, when I do New Mexico, I'll definitely have you on. Objects in the picture. Let me see. Enormous turtles. Legends of Bottomless Lake. Terratorns. Spring-Heeled Jack. I thought he was in. You know what? I'm just gonna go with it. Oh, sweet. I do like this website. Mark, come on. But yeah, I definitely do have some more stream ideas, so I really do appreciate that. Oh yeah, can't forget the cryptids there. There's so many, like, I've never been in New Mexico. I want to go there because it seems really cool. But, God, I do want to visit all 50 states eventually. Maybe if I get more popular on YouTube, I could do, like, fan meetup in different states. Wait, is La Llorona in... Is La Llorona in New Mexico? I didn't know that. Well, I mean, New Mexico's like fairly close to the border, so Big Hoot, Big Owl Cryptid in ooh. Oh, it's this fucker. Okay. Oh fuck. What's her name? That's it. La Lechuza.
Doesn't that mean lettuce in Spanish?
Oh, that's lechuga.
Oh.
I mean, it's very close. Just
see mine's in Spanish, shall we?
Just imagine just a cryptid called the lettuce. Oh, I would love that. Just lettuce the cryptid.
Just a ball of lettuce that rolls up and stabs you.
It's like, it's like, it sounds like, if that's the case, it sounds like that movie, fucking Rubber, where the tire comes to life, realizes it has psychic powers, and blows people's heads up. But no, Lale Chusa, she is a witch who is said to kidnap children, and she turns into an owl and flies in, like a big black owl, flies into their window and tries to get the kids. So yeah, she's a scary person. Maybe. Oh, an old asylum owned by a biker gang, and they will fiercely protect it from vandals. Oh, is it protected by Hell's Angels? Because I know Hell's Angels do a lot around like trying to help kids out. I don't know if they protect local asylums, but I mean it would be cool if they did. Um, yeah, there's a lot of freaky cryptids out down south. I'll definitely have to cover in the past. I mean, not cover in the past. That doesn't make it cover in the future. Because I do want to continue doing my little statewide cryptid summary of the cryptids of each state, which I've been doing. What have I been doing? Which ones have I done? Let me see. I have done New Jersey. I have done West Virginia. And Illinois. I've only done about like 3. So yeah, I would definitely like to continue doing the statewide cryptid exploration. Oh gosh. Let's see. I feel like that, honestly. Let me see. Okay, so April Fool's is coming up Monday. I'll figure it out after the stream. But okay, I'm good. I'm sorry. But all right. I feel like I got everything set up for the other streams, and yeah. So let me see. Before I go, if anybody in the chat has any questions on Shadow People, we'll be happy to answer them. Just feel free to let us know. Because I mean, there's just a lot, different variations of them, and yeah, if anyone has any questions, let us know. So would you say Hatman was the creepiest encounter that you've had with a shadow person?
Yeah, easily the most spooky. Because, I mean, normally it's just like, wait, what the fuck is that? Versus Shadow Man's, oh god, oh fuck.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, not Shadow Man's, Hat Man's.
Shadow Man. But, yeah, I mean, a lot of people say, like, when they see Hat Man, they just get, like, really, really, really creeped out. So, I mean, it's understandable. I mean, when people see ghosts in general, they get really creeped out, whether it be a shadow person or not.
Yeah, though I have heard one thing to note is that I've heard that a ghost in Shadow Man gives off I keep saying Shadow Man, Hat Man gives off a very different energy from each other.
So Hat Man gives off a different energy than from what a normal shadow person would give off.
Yeah, and just like kind of everything else too. I've heard.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, again, a lot of this is from X, but
right. So would you say that that he gives off, like, is it like a more intense energy than what the shadow people give off?
yeah,
Mm.
easily way more intense, way more amplified. It's just fucking spooky.
Mm. But yeah, yeah, Hatman's always freaked me out, but I mean, I do think he's cool. Like,
Oh yeah, that goes without saying.
yeah, I mean, like, probably if you see him, he's not going to be cool, like, at the moment, but later, like, you're like, huh, he's kind of cool. Um, I mean, I mean, it's just unusual. Like, you don't see a lot of ghosts that like have sort of like pretty much when people like hear the word ghost, like you usually just think of like those little emoji ghosts or something, which or you just think of the like the girl with the long hair and like
Casper.
yeah, you think of Casper, or you think of like just ghosts like wearing just like like those white like robes, right, white cloaks that people see ghosts in sometimes. It's kind of weird just like seeing a ghost like in anything else other than like a white robe. Like you see a ghost wearing like a top hat um or just like you know just anything other than a white robe, which like most people or a white gown. That's what I kept saying robe. I meant gown, but it's just weird seeing a ghost wear something else. But I don't know. Um, yeah, shadow people are creepy. But I did want to do this stream though because I do like talking about them regardless of whether how creepy I think they are or not.
At the end of the day, no matter how much it spooks you the fuck out, it's cool later.
Yeah, it really is. And that's pretty much without going without saying. Like pretty much like ghosts, like you see a ghost, scares the shit out of you like at the moment, and later you're just like I can't believe I saw that. I got a cool story to tell now. Still probably scares the shit out of people like when they think about it, but I mean it you get a cool story. You get a cool story. Um and I do think that's pretty cool. So oh no, this one thing in my dad has this old treasure chest like from like the 1960s in this room that I'm in, and one of the characters, if you guys watch JoJo's Bizarre Adventures, I get this guy right here. I literally get Johnny Joestar vibes from. I don't know. I think it's the headband. I get like really weird Johnny Joestar vibes. All right, but I guess with that being said, guys, we have gone over a little bit. So I'd like to thank you, Falric, for coming out today. I really appreciate having you on the stream.
It's my pleasure, dude. It's pretty awesome.
Yeah, if you ever want to come back on, feel free. I'll just let me know.
All right.
Yeah, and then if you can get in contact at some point, I know the one guy, he went on Facebook now. The
Oh, you did?
yeah, I mean, I haven't gotten in contact with him yet. I don't know like what his page is or whatever. So I mean, like if you figure that out, just send me the link or something, and I'll try my best to get in contact with him.
Yeah. I remember he told me the name of it. And I have it saved somewhere on my phone, so
Yeah.
I'll still try and find it.
Yeah, if you find it, just send it to me so I can shoot him a message, and then just see if he can get on the show sometime. We can like to talk about Bigfoots and stuff. I think that would be cool. And then you're welcome to come back for that one as well. We can all talk about them.
All right. Yeah. I'll definitely shoot you the information. I'll totally search for it.
And then in the future too, in the past I did do a stream about skinwalkers, flesh gates, and all that stuff. But I know you're really good at those kind of creatures, so I'll probably do like come back to that topic, and I'll have you on again if you want to help talk about those, because I know you like talking about Wendigo, skinwalkers.
Oh, all right. Yeah, totally.
Yeah. So yeah, thank you so much for coming on.
Thank you for having me.
Yeah, anytime. I'll see you, dude.
See you.
All right, guys. So that was Falric. He was our special guest tonight. So special thanks to him for coming out tonight. I hope you guys have had a great day. If you like this video, be sure to like it. If you dislike it, you can dislike it. But I heard if you dislike this video or don't like it, there will be a shadow person peeking in your window tonight, and the only way to ward him off is by hitting that like button. Also, guys, comment below if you have any other suggestions for streams for me. And if you're new, hit that subscribe button, become a member of the Crypto Crew today. And I hope you guys have a very, very good, safe weekend. And I will see you guys on Monday with my very special April Fool's Day video. I hope you guys are going to enjoy this. I've kind of been planning it out for a little bit, actually probably since like December of last year. So I hope you guys enjoy this video, this stream that I'm doing on Monday. So I will